Hello, my name is Shelly and welcome back for another episode of Ep13 as Mexico. In previous episode, our northeastern neighbor over here decided to switch into a kingdom, or archduchy I suppose, so that was a bit of an interesting change of events. We also have a bit of a potential revolution brewing, although I don't think it's currently going to, it shouldn't be able to fire quite yet, but of course we don't know what events are going to happen in the near future. Well, the game has updated to 1.3.3, so now we're going to actually see notification about low standard of living. And, for example, Sonora over here does have a bit of problem there, so I started building the gold mines again there. You usually have a lot of gold fields, but then, of course, those dried out, so that's the problem there. But, you know, building at least one gold mine there should help the situation. Street-size standoff. Troops in Sonora have reported more and more confrontations with belligerent mobs. Fighting will likely break out soon, even if nothing is ordered. There's only two ways to control the situation, either pull the troops back or tell them to engage. 2 years plus 25% state penalties from turmoil. And it can either go up or down on the revolution, or the progress of the Civil War. Or, I mean, not professional, they can maintain discipline where they are. So potentially more mortality. A higher chance that it would reduce the progress. I'm going to go that. Oh, well, it didn't reduce it. But at the same time, I suppose on the next roll, this should go down unless there's another event that has an impact there. I'm just hoping that we can get some progress on the homesteading right now. We've got 58% chance. Of course, our legitimacy is a bit low, so the progress is happening fairly slowly overall. But yeah, we're building a little bit of gold mines, so we are losing a ton of cash here right now. But of course, once we get those gold mines built, we probably won't be losing too much, plus we got such a high gold reserve percentage of the reserves limit right now that it's probably fine losing a bit of cash, let's be honest. Right, we're getting another art academy in Rio Grande. We're also getting a university down there, which is almost done. I've set up to build another university in our capital just to provide a little bit more innovation. We're currently 90, and I'm actually putting a bit more research into the list. So we're getting the Ironclad, which is going to be 90 months. Then we'll complete off the enlistment officers, and then we'll probably complete off the repeaters and get a little bit higher production of guns and all that. And after that, probably the breech-loading artillery, quite frankly. So we're going to keep on improving our military a little bit because compared to the American military, we do not have the shrapnel artillery. Everything else is pretty much the same in terms of the quality. Although, actually, what is their... It's National Militia, okay. So we actually have a little bit higher quality troops because of that. Oh, gold depleted in California. Right, how many mines can we build there? 9, okay. Well, 6 more. Let's now build that. Also expanding... Oh, Ultras upon a carcass. Optimus members rule folk have defected to the landowner's cause. We could try to coax some back, or we can just let them back. I think we're going to try to coax some of them back. We got the bureaucracy to spare, so we don't increase the likelihood of the revolution too much. But it is actually going slightly down there, which is quite nice. Or the progress of the revolution, because they shouldn't have enough support for it yet. And we are increasing the military size. In case there's a war, then we'll at least have a bit more troops available. Although, oh, now it's... okay. So our capital would be almost surrounded in case of a war. That could be bad. Right, so we are getting the... How's the thermal looking in here? It's only 37.8. It's slowly getting better. But the standard of living is still fairly bad overall. Oh, but now we're making money again. Oh, because we built the barracks, well, first as of the barracks, now we're getting a lot of the mines. And after that, more barracks. The naval bases. We do need to increase our fleet size quite a bit, admittedly. So that is what we're doing. So now we've got a 92 innovation. That's definitely getting better. And still no progress on the homesteading. I mean, I suppose we're getting our first roll for today right about now. I guess time will tell. Bureaucratic imbroglio. Oh, blimey. How bad luck can one have, okay? I guess we'll sacrifice some bureaucracy. We're going to afford losing a bill. Oh, mob approaches. Well, we can disperse the crowd by force. That would be either increase radicals in Sonora or change progress of civil war by -10. Or order the troops to stand down. So either loyalists or more progress. I'm going to... Okay, that didn't work out quite as well as I hoped it would. But we still got more loyalists than we got radicals, so I'm not too worried about this, but like we really need to get some more progress on this law. But the problem is we don't have the legitimacy to speed it up, and we can't necessarily get any better government right now either. Now, of course, there's a good chance that eventually the landowners will not be quite as upset, I suppose. Let's actually have a look. The landowners, is there a modifiers in here? Death of martyr, so that's -1 for the interest group approval. That's going to last another 4 years. And they got the extra defector, so that gives them more strength. Yeah, I don't know. I actually wonder, now that there's been a patch, have they changed this at all? No, it's still the one with the least support is on the top. Now, admittedly, I haven't been saying that in the forums or anything like that, so I don't know if Paradox has actually gotten that sort of feedback yet on it, but I think they should be on the top, so if you're looking through the laws that you could be passing instead of flipping through all the potential laws from the list here, then just opening this and checking what has the most support would be very nice. It would be on the top there, so to get a bit of an idea as what to try passing, instead of having them on the bottom of the list. Right, so at least we're getting some barracks. So the military size is going to be increasing, and that is also going to be giving us a bit more prestige, which is quite nice. Now, admittedly, we are still a rank 11. Oh, when you have a hammer. The general is noticing severe unrest in Sonora, has proposed using the army to suppress agitation in the area. While his political allies support him, there's a heavy risk to following his plan. Right, so intelligence would lose approval rating, or we are more than likely to increase the civil war progress. I think we're going to reject that idea. Intelligentsia will still be loyal enough for the time being, so I don't think we need to worry about too much. We're getting a bit of coal mines now, so that is actually going to be quite useful. Although coal demand isn't that massive at this stage, but it could certainly be better. Well, the situation could still be better. I mean, we can always use more coal in other areas of the economy anyway. Oh, now we're getting more barracks and naval bases, so we might be losing a bit of cash right now, but once we've gotten through the naval bases here, we'll be building a decent bit of extra industry. So that should at least fix the money issues soon enough. And, you know, we've got a large gold reserves. We kind of need to use those so inflation is not going to be quite as bad of a problem. So we've got 59% chance of passing the, or getting to the study in the homesteading, but we still haven't gotten any steps forward in that one. I mean, sure enough, it goes slow, but still, like, the opposition to it is only 12.8. Troubles of the Commons. Every tenancy of the landowners in Mexico has a rental price beyond reasonable limits. The tenants direct the government for not protecting them. We can seize the ringleaders. That would be +10 civil war progress, and aristocrats become more radical. Landowners would lose some strength. They ought to be charged with extortion. Civil war progress 5%, and rural folk would get some approval. Plantation throughput would be reduced, or rent needs a stern limit. Aristocrats would become more radical, but standard of living for lower strata for 5 years would be +1. That's not too bad. I'm going to take that one. That should at least help a little bit. Because now a revolution can start growing again in the progress there a little bit, but it should be still capped at 73, so not really too worried about that. And the naval bases are already coming on quite nice. Oh, we started working on some of the industries already. That's good. It looks like the investment pool, it is still growing. Okay, now it's not anymore, but it was growing for a brief moment there. I mean, we do have 7.3 million in there, so we could probably expand our construction sector again. And I think what we're going to do is... Did we have one in California already? We do have one in there. And then Texas, does that have one? It does. So over here we're going to get some mines as well. So I'm going to get one construction sector over there. It's a little bit surely increasing the construction speed. But trying to keep it kind of on par with the investment pool transfers coming in. I mean, we can maybe go over a little bit. Because the economy, of course, will be growing. And then more investments will be done. But at the same time, we don't want to necessarily rob that completely bare in case bad things happen or something like that. Okay, come on, homesteading. Just get forward. Sonora Workers Brigade. Armed forces affiliated with the Rules Folk Progressive factions have volunteered to assist government forces in countering reactionary forces that would threaten Mexico. We will need all the support we can get. Civil War Progress plus 5%. Paramilitary Brigade supported. Rule Folk gets more interest group political strength, and state penalty for turmoil in Sonora go up, and offensive defense plus 10%, rule for members become more loyalist. That's a possibility. Yeah, we'll take all the support we can get, although now it's 88%. revolution progress there. Hopefully it doesn't get any higher. I mean, come on, just homesteading. Finally. Okay, now we're at study. Now the next roll is going to happen in about 6 months. So maybe we'll get through the study already and then voting as well. So we can get this homesteading done. We can get rid of this silly revolutionary ideas that the landowners have. And also we can weaken the landowners even further with that law. Right, we have dropped down a little bit in the GDP. We're not too far below Ottomans though. It's less than 500,000 difference there. And USA, well, it's a few million above us. Who are they? Do they have allies? They are rival with Great Britain. They do have a puppet, the Indian Territory. They improve relations with Prussia and Saxony. Damaging relations with Argentina. Oh. Also, okay. And Peru-Bolivia. But also with the Indian Territory. So, while they do have a puppet, they're trying to probably get rid of the puppet. Okay, looks like the revolution has lost some ground at least, so that's good. Ooh, one of our generals died. Okay, let's have a look at the generals then. So yeah, we don't have anyone in Central America, so I guess we'll hire one there. Let's see, armed forces, defense strategist, crew. Let's double check. What do we have in here? So we got defensive. Oh, stalwart defender and offensive planner. Okay, pretty nice combination. Combination actually. There's another stalwart defender. Definitely not going to go with the landowner. I think we'll take the armed forces. They are still part of the Conservative Party, of course, which... When do we have the next election? It is going to be 25th of June, 1876, so next year. That's not too far off then. But yeah, money is still coming along quite nicely. We are improving the industry right now. I mean, of course, for a little while there, we were just mostly building up more troops, which... To be fair, we're slowly getting more and more armies now. We've got 10 barracks in Texas, for example. So that's at least giving us a little bit of stuff there. We could probably get another sulfur mine there, just in case. Although, I suppose sulfur isn't really in that high demand, is it? No, not really. But it's still got some uses for sure. We're still 7 more months away from getting the ironclad, but we will have that in due time. Well, before the election, at least. Brave engineer. Guess we can lose the infrastructure for 5 years. Okay, so we have a slight lack of infrastructure there now, but we are building another railway already. That's not too bad then. Oh, right, we just started working on it. Getting the furniture manufacturer, so we got... Ah, there we go, back to number 8 on the Great Powers, or in terms of GDP. Alright then, so slowly... Oh, we actually have higher GDP than Great Britain. What the heck is going on with Britain then? Ah, right, that makes sense. They got a revolution. At this stage, we are going to get a lot of money from service tax. I'm going to remove the consumption tax there. It might improve the standard of living a tiny bit. We are losing a bit of cash. It's very little. I'm not too worried about that one. Of course, we got very high. The government wages are really high and all that, so we could potentially save some there. If need. Oh, wow. Revolution is 90%. Okay, well, let's see homesteading. Rational support for the law. Political movement support, plus 20%. Sure, I guess. There we go, so now it's 64% chance of passing this. Of course, there's also a chance that the revolution will fire sooner rather than later. The radicalism, it is 75 total, so they should be going downwards, but if there's a bad event happening, then it's entirely possible that it will fire now. Well, on the next roll anyway. Legitimacy is still pretty bad, but I can't really improve it too much right now. We did gain at least a little bit of authority back though, so let's actually have a look at the decrees. Maybe there's some that I could put in. That's resources. That's agriculture. Got some more resources down there as well as there. I did not have the agriculture industry in Oregon yet, did I? I was thinking about it, but I didn't do it. Just manufacturing also, it is also the service industries that get boost there. So I'm thinking actually putting maybe one in Jalisco, because isn't that the place where we have our... We've got some manufacturing in there as well. And we've got a lot of universities there. I don't know if the universities are affected by that though. I don't think they are. But regardless, we'll put one decree there. Oh, right, and the decrees are actually a bit cheaper for us. Presumably because of our current ruler. A scandal? Okay, who is this? That's the leader of the industrialists. I don't want to lose legitimacy, so I guess we'll just take that. Oh, wow. 27. legitimacy. I guess it's time to change something in there. I mean, is that... I suppose it didn't go back to all the way down yet, but... Damn, maybe it takes a little bit of time for the new admiral to take over there. Or maybe they... Oh, they probably have different sort of ideologies now. Does intelligentsia actually support the homesteading thing? No, it's just the rural folk that support that law, so we could potentially, actually, bring in the rural folk into the government, drop the intelligentsia out of there, and now we've got 74% chance of passing this, or getting it forward in the law. Probably should have done that earlier, but previously we didn't have quite as bad legitimacy. I mean, it was still bad, it's basically in the same bracket, but it wasn't quite as bad as it is right now. I'm hoping that we can at least get the homesteading done. Oh, illegitimate government. Wow. Mexican Liberal Party, okay. Free Trade Party. Okay, what can we get? Get this, but that's still not good. I mean, yeah, we'll go for that. Oh, actually, it is slightly higher than that. Wait, now we've got 2 intelligences there? What the heck is happening? I think that might be a slight bug there. Okay. So we can still try passing this homesteading. It's just now the likelihood is a bit less, but the election season is here. So, oh, Mexican Liberal Party is now armed forces and all that. Okay, Conservative Party is just the clergy and the landowners, and Free Trade Party is the intelligentsia and the industrialists. So these two are probably going to be the big parties. I think the Mexican Liberal Party is probably going to be winning the election now, which honestly that's good for me. Or good in my books anyway. Oh, but it's now extreme. Right, the radicalism is growing. I suppose the legitimacy is still pretty bad on all that. There's been a lot of changes in there, but hopefully we can get to the voting of the homesteading now and then in about 6 months. Oh, actually, maybe we can even speed that up with the new government once the election is over. Oh boy, it's 92% revolution. And we've got ironclads, finally. Okay, so actually, let's have a look at the buildings. So the shipyards were not using the ironclads yet. But I believe we can now start producing the ironclads, so let's just do that. So steamships, we've got plenty of coal. Clipper price is probably going to be very high. I suppose what we need to do is we need to go through the fisheries and all that as well as the ports we need to switch. So switch these to the steam trawlers and the whaling station as well. And then the ports go to industrial ports. So the steamer price is going to be fairly high, and coal price is going to go up. But at the same time, that's going to allow us to get better ships. Ah, we're progressive voting. There's still got about 2/3 chance of passing this, of course. It's going to take until after the election. Of course, by that point, we might have a bit higher legitimacy, which would mean that the law will pass faster, and then we can get it done, or get over with that. Unfortunately, there's going to be another roll on the revolution. Hopefully, it's going to go downwards. Oh, gold depleted in British Columbia. Alright, let's just put in some more gold mines built there then, I suppose. We can get another 2, although there's not a lot of... well, I suppose the new workers will be there. Gold fields depleted. It's unfortunate. Some of them move away, then some of them move away. Not too worried about it, though. So we've got 96 innovation now. That's a pretty decent amount, I dare say. And we're working on the enlistment officers, which is only going to be 4 to 6 months. After that, we'll get the repeaters and then the breech-loading artillery. And then we might actually continue on to working on the military for the time being, just so that we can get to the point where we can start fighting USA, because that was the primary goal for this series, is to fight USA and win, and, you know, basically just conquer all of it. But at the same time, we're not quite there yet. Okay, there we go. The revolution progress did go down, because the radicalism isn't quite as high. Still pretty darn high, admittedly, but it's going down. Now we're building gold mine after gold mine after gold mine, which is probably going to fix our economy again. Not that it really needs that much of fixing yet, admittedly. Is there any nice consumption taxes I could put in? Luxury furniture, maybe? That'd be a decent bit of money. On the other hand, what we could probably do is just put in another decree somewhere. I suppose over here we've got a lot of mining that could be done. Plus we've got a lot of gold mines there. That's one option. That's already on... Oh, right, we've got... Arizona could also be one of the resource production places. Or over here we've got some gold mines and a lot of iron mines possibility. Over here we've got also some coal and lead mines and gold mines. That could also be a resource industry. On the other hand, in Veracruz we got the shipyards and a few others. I'm going to put in the manufacturing industry in there. That's going to allow us to build even more ships. Get those prices going down a little bit. Because if we have a look at the... Okay, man of wars are very expensive. Oh, right, because no one's making them anymore. Hold on a minute. So is it this one that is doing the military ships, right? Yes. So, produce some of those. So the ironclad should be a lot cheaper now. There we go, that's saving us a decent bit of cash. Partisan papers. Well, let's get the paper mill throughput, that's fine. So how much could we have innovation? We could have up to 115 already, so we need to keep on building more universities, clearly. Do we have one? We do have one in California. We could probably get one in Washington. We've got some industries in there, not too many, mind you, but a little bit. We'll get one in there. And then Texas already has one, Rio Grande has one. We could maybe get one over here, just to provide a little bit more engineers. I am spreading them out just to get the qualifications met a little bit faster, although it's not necessarily that much needed right now, but for future, once we start expanding those mines even further. Right, election is going to be done in now. So Liberal Party is the winner, Reject Party is the second, so I guess we're going to go for that one. It's still not much better, to be fair, because it's a massive party. Oh, that could be 40, just those two. I'm going to go for this one, though. Legitimacy is still pretty bad, but now we've got 73% chance of passing the homestead. And once that is done, I'm pretty sure the legitimacy is going to go up. Hey, rubber mastication. And Ecuador, which is to enter a trade agreement. You know what? I will take that. I don't know if it's going to give us much. Probably not. Well, Ecuador was one of the nations that we wanted to actually bring into the customs union anyway. They would accept that now. There we go. So now our customs union is a bit larger. Can I actually offer them to become a protectorate? Not directly, no. Okay, or at least doesn't look like they would accept it. Not even with a... Oh, it's not too far off, though. I mean, we've got some ideological differences of our governments, but it's not too bad. We've got good relations with them. Offering obligation is 30, but yeah, it's not too bad. I suppose if we just increase the army and navy a bit further, we'll probably be fine. Raising concerns. How is the... Okay, industrialists are still fairly loyal, so we could probably address that. And then language in the classrooms. How bad is the clergy? It's +4 right now. I'm going to increase the assimilation a little bit further. That'll probably be good in the long run. Although it does mean a bit more discrimination. Oh, and Dynam is fighting... Oh, right, they've got a revolution brewing. We do have the industry... Oh, right, actually. Can we import more? Oh, right, Man of Wars, it's a bit low production. I'm guessing it's not me that it's using these, is it? No. It's Antigua, Ecuador, and Caracas. That would be Colombia and Ecuador that are using that. I presume. So that's not my problem. Silk, though, I think we might want to import some more if we can. We could... Oh, Jing is no longer part of the Russian market. Sure, we'll start importing some there. We might need a bit more bureaucracy, by the way, so I suppose let's go ahead and build some of that. Maybe we could build some over here. We've still got decent bit of constructions underway there, so no need to worry. Oh, there we go. Finally, we got homesteading. Took way too many years to get that one. But now we've still got 36 legitimacy only, so I don't know if we'll be able to pass a lot of laws. Let's have a look. Yeah, no, we've got 41 as an option for the government, but I suppose we'll hold on to this one for now. Landowners are still very much upset, but at least there's no more revolutions brewing, so we could potentially do another war somewhere. The question is because where? We could try going for Haiti again. Oh, enlistment officers, there we go, more contributed battalions, so we've got 48 total. Oh, and now we are, well, I suppose, yeah, we're getting the repeaters, but what is starting to spread for us? Oh, electric telegraph. That's actually not bad either, to be fair. Gold depleted in California again. It is unfortunate. But of course that means even more gold mines in here. How is the infrastructure levels in here? It's still pretty decent, so that can still last. Gold mines are doing fairly well. We are probably needing a lot more tools, aren't we? You could say that, yes. Oh, we are already expanding that. Well, I suppose I would set some of these to be auto-expanding. We could also expand the one over here, just to give a bit more worker elsewhere in the nation. But there we go, the income is already pretty decent again. I did not put any consumption tax, no. So yeah, the amount... How much do we get from gold mining for the minting? So GDP is giving us 33, almost 34,000. But then most of the rest of it is from just the gold mines. Plus we do get 20% extra, so I suppose... Gold is definitely the bigger one from the GDP and the portion of the minting, but we do also get a decent bit from the GDP, so I'm not too worried about that. We are currently number 9 in the GDP as well. So... Oh, we are below Prussia. USA is also a bit above us right now. We're slowly working our way, increasing the industry further and further. Plus, how strong is Venezuela? 18 plus 11. So if we were to... Oh, you got defensive pact with Colombia and Netherlands. Okay, well that would be a bit unfortunate. Because then we'd have to fight Colombia again. I'd rather not do that one. We could try doing a war against Haiti again. I don't think we... Yeah, we... Oh, they still owe an obligation to Scandinavia. The cooperative, though. If I want to make them into Dominion, there might not be too many enemies. We've got the fleet, so we should be able to land troops properly this time. And our troops should be fairly good quality. I mean, not necessarily the best quality, mind you, but it's fairly decent. So I'm going to start that one. I do also realise that we are almost out of time for this episode, so we'll just go on a tiny bit longer, I guess. At least to see if they are bringing anyone in. Oh, France and Russia are leading in. Okay. Question is, of course, will they actually be able to invite anyone? Oh, France sided with them. And I don't think I can actually call anyone in on my side. And France is bloody strong in it. 278 battalions. Yeah, I think we may need to back down. I mean, it's going to cost us a bit of money, but that's easy. We've got more than plenty of it. But I think with that, we are then out of time for this episode. So, if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, check out the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.